and today I'm here doing my movie and television show wrap up for May of 2019. I didn't watch much at all in May. I watched 4 TV shows and 3 movies. I had a lot going on in May and pretty much I spent most of my time watching television instead of watching movies. I only went to the cinema twice in May and saw pretty conflicting films, but we will get into that. As always, we're going to start off with the TV shows that I watched this month, and the first TV show was Shadowhunters Season 3B. Shadowhunters actually ended at its finale in May and I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. I loved this season so much, but honestly, I just loved this show from beginning to end. I thought it was absolutely fantastic. I sobbed like a baby during the finale because everything was wrapping up so perfectly, but it was also so devastating to see when you watch the 2-hour finale. You can really see that they cut out a lot of storylines that they were obviously going to do in season 4, and it was just really sad, but everyone got the happy endings and I was so happy. Well, most people got the happy endings, but everyone was happy. I was happy. I truly loved the changes that they made from the book to the show. There was one massive one in particular that involves 2 characters. I remembered it happening in the novel, but I didn't really remember how or why. And the closer we got to the end of the finale, I was like, they're not going to do it. They're not going to do what I think they're going to do. And then they did. It just happened to a different character, but the character that it happened to was perfect. And honestly, I think it would have been more perfect than what's in the book, which is, I know, blasphemy. But all in all, I absolutely loved Shadowhunters. I'm devastated that the show has ended, but I thought this final season was some of their best work, especially the finale. You could tell in the finale that these actors were just going above and beyond for this show that they loved, and it really did show on screen, and I absolutely loved it. Alright, the second TV show that I watched in May was Game of Thrones Season 8. I gave this one a 3 out of 5 stars. I was incredibly disappointed with the final season. I thought that it was really rushed. A lot of the characters' decisions felt unjustified. I feel as though I liked the storylines that they did and the storylines that they went with. I feel like with more character development, more time to show that happening on screen, it wouldn't have felt so rushed and the payoffs wouldn't have felt so unjustified. I just feel like moments that should have been shocking and incredible, as Game of Thrones is known for, just kind of weren't throughout the entire season. I don't think this was the best they could have come up with. I don't think this was their best work. In saying that, while I was really disappointed with the season as a whole, I didn't totally hate the finale. I hated how rushed the finale was and I hated all the time jumps that were going on, but overall I think the show ended as well as it could have, considering the train wreck that was season 8. I am planning on doing a full discussion video on Game of Thrones season 8, so I will leave that one linked in the description box below when it is up. The third show that I watched this month was Austin and Ally seasons 1 to 4. I gave this one a 4 out of 5 stars. Austin and Ally is an older Disney show. It stars Ross Lynch and Laura Morano. You've probably at least heard of Ross Lynch. And honestly, I loved binging this series. I'd watched episodes here and there. I think I'd seen the entirety of season 1 and then I'd watched episodes here and there when I'd gotten the chance, and I was never super into the show. It was never one of my favorite Disney Channel shows ever, but binging it, I just all of a sudden had this whole new appreciation for it. It was such an incredible show. These 4 characters were just so random, but they were such good friends and I absolutely loved their friendship. I cried so much during this finale because I wasn't expecting them to do what they did in the finale. I've never seen a Disney Channel show ever do something like it for a finale before, but it was really well done. It was heartbreaking, but it was beautiful and everyone got a happy ending because that's what's important in Disney. And I pretty much then spent 2 weeks listening to the Austin and Ally soundtracks non-stop because those songs are so good. And then the fourth show that I watched was actually a rewatch, and that was iZombie. I rewatched seasons 1 to 4, which I gave 4 out of 5 stars in preparation for the final season, which premiered in May. I love iZombie. I remember when I found iZombie, it was ages ago, because I remember I was watching CW upfronts for some weird reason. I haven't done it since, but this one year I just happened to watch the CW upfronts and it's what introduced me to iZombie, The 100, all that sort of fun stuff. And I remember sitting down and being like, this is a show about a zombie who solves crimes. This sounds cool. So I watched it, and the evolution of each season has just been incredible because it's gone from being this show about a zombie who solves crimes to this political nightmare that just happens to involve zombies, and it's brilliant. This is its final season now, so I don't know what's gonna happen, but seasons 1 to 4 I loved. I love Rose McIver. She plays Liv. She is a fantastically talented actor. Whenever she eats the brain of someone, she then takes on their personality. She's basically playing a character, playing a different character every week, and it's just fantastic and I love it to pieces. Alrighty, moving on to the movies. Like I said, I I only watched 3. I might have watched more and just forgotten to write them down, but I don't think so. I really do think these are the only movies I watched this month, which is weird because I normally watch a lot of movies, so it's kind of freaking me out that I didn't. But anyway, the first movie that I watched was Detective Pikachu. I gave this one a 3 out of 5 stars. Detective Pikachu, of course, is the new live-action Pokemon movie that stars Ryan Reynolds as Pikachu. I had no idea what I was expecting going in. I don't do Pokemon, I don't play it, I don't know what it is or what happens or how you do anything. So I pretty much went into this film completely blind. I thought the trailers looked okay. Ryan Reynolds is kind of funny, so I was like, alright, I'll give it a go. And I went with a group of friends, and I remember just sitting there. And from the very opening scene, I was like, I'm so lost. They don't do a great job of explaining what Pokemon are in the film. You're just kind of expected to know in a way. So there was that. And then also watching the film, the plot was a complete mess. Like, we got to the last 15 minutes of the film and it's almost like the screenwriters went, oh my god, wait, we're telling a story, we need to finish it. So we had this, it was rushed and the pacing was off, but the story was a mess. But like overall it was a cute movie. Pikachu was adorable. It was kind of funny at times and I did end up enjoying it. But I feel like if you love Pokemon, you're gonna really like this film. If you don't love Pokemon, you might still enjoy it, especially if you love Ryan Reynolds, you'll love it. But I'm like, we have never been the biggest Ryan Reynolds fan. So just going into it, I was like, I don't know what to expect, and I came out of it being like, that's probably the best I could have hoped for. Second movie that I watched in May was Aladdin, the 1992 original version. I gave this one a 4 out of 5 stars. I do really like the original Aladdin. I think it's a great film. The genie, obviously Robin Williams, incredible performance. But rewatching it, I was kind of like, you know, this is not my favorite Disney film. It's kind of racist, as most Disney films are now that I'm watching them with different eyes. A little bit racist. The character of Jasmine is completely wasted in this film. She is nothing but a damsel in distress, honestly. She has like one good line in the film and the rest of it, I'm like, why do we care about you? Which sounds awful, but it's true. So I watched it and was like, I don't remember not liking it as much as I am right now. So I don't know, it's weird to come back to a film all these years later with fresh eyes, and that's pretty much what I did. And yeah, it wasn't the best film, I must admit. I still really loved it, and Robin Williams makes the film, but yeah, it was an interesting experience. And the last film that I watched was the new Aladdin, the 2019 version. I gave this one a 4 out of 5 stars. I do actually have a full review of this one either up already or going up very, very soon. So I will leave a link in the description box below to that review. If you want to go and check it out, I think you should, because it was such a great film. I was pleasantly surprised with how much I enjoyed it. I wasn't expecting to, and then I did. I have not stopped listening to the soundtrack like forever. So great film, definitely go see it. And so there we go, those are all of the movies and TV shows I'm pretty sure that I watched in May. I definitely didn't watch as much as I thought I did, which is weird for me. I feel like it's a good thing though, because I have this app that tracks my television at like how much TV I watch, and I watched like 200 and, hold on, let me get the number up because it was scary. To be fair, I was like binging Austin and Ally and iZombie. iZombie has like 80 something episodes and so does Austin and Ally, so it's not surprising. But this is gonna be a scary number when it loads. It's gonna be such a scary number. In May I watched 242 episodes of television, so oops. That tells you why I watched more TV than movies though, at least, so that's fun. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comment section below if you saw any of these TV shows or movies and what you thought. I would absolutely love to know. If you like this video, be sure to give it a huge thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss a thing. Stay random. Bye.